Hello, welcome to another session. In this session, I have a talk about another type of biogeochemical cycle, that is the sulfur cycle. Sulfur cycle, which is another type of sedimentary cycle, because the main source of sulfur, which is the rock. In nature, sulfur present in different forms, but the three important forms, which is the sulfide, sulfates, and the elemental sulfur. So now let's start the sulfur cycle. The cyclical movement of sulfur from abiotic system to biotic system and from biotic system to abiotic system, which is known as the sulfur cycle. Now question is that how sulfur is made available for biotic system from abiotic system, and how sulfur enter into from biotic system to abiotic system. So let's start how sulfur enter into biotic system from abiotic system. Now question is that how the sulfur is made available for a biotic system. There is the one method by which sulfur which made available for the plants as well as the animals. So the sulfur which is present in rock, which is made available for plants because of the weathering and the erosion of the soil, the sulfur which convert into inorganic form, and such inorganic form of sulfur which is now made available in soil, and such inorganic form of sulfur which is absorbed by plant through root and which is incorporated into plant tissue. The sulfur which is the main important components of amino acid as well as protein. That's why such sulfur which is incorporated into the plant tissues, and such sulfur which enter into animal body because of the food chain. So this is the one method. Let's look here again. The sulfur which is present in abiotic system means sulfur which is present in rock, and by the weathering and the erosion, such sulfur which convert into inorganic form, and now it is available for plants in soil in inorganic form, and the plants which absorb the sulfur and incorporated into plant tissues, and from plant which enter into animal body because of the food chain. This is the one method by which the sulfur from inorganic system which enter into biotic system. Now question is that how sulfur which enter into abiotic system from biotic system. So these are the different methods by which sulfur enter into abiotic system. Now the sulfur which is present inside the biotic system means inside the body of the plant and the animal, inside the dead body of plants and the animals, or inside the plant and animal product or the plant and animal tissues. So after the death of plants and the animals, by the process of decomposition, such plant body or the animal body which release sulfur into, or the inorganic sulfur into soil. So after the death of plant and animal, the plant and animal dead bodies, by the action of anaerobic respiration of E. coli, which releases hydrogen sulfide. This is the air form, the hydrogen sulfide which released into air. This is the gaseous form. So the fossil, this is the product of plant and the animals. So because of the incomplete combustion, such fossil also releases the sulfur in a form of sulfur dioxide into air. Another form is the oxidation of H2S. So hydrogen sulfide. So because of the oxidation of hydrogen sulfide by bacteria which releases sulfate. So inorganic sulfate which is released into soil. So this is the formula of the oxidation of hydrogen sulfide and which form sulfate. Now another method, at the time of sedimentation, if iron present, so iron which react with the sulfur and which forms iron sulfide. So these are the different method by which the sulfur which enter into abiotic system from biotic system. To the sulfur cycle, this is the cyclical movement of sulfur from abiotic system to biotic system, and from biotic system to abiotic system, and which constitute the sulfur cycle. Here is the biotic system, plants and the animals, and abiotic system is the sedimentation, rock and the sulfur. The sulfur which present inside the rock, and rock is the main source of the sulfur. So the sulfur from rock which is made available into soil as a inorganic sulfate by the process of erosion and the weathering. Now the inorganic sulfate which enter into plants by the absorption and which is incorporated into the tissues of plants and through food chain which enter into animal body. And from animal body after the death of plants and the animals, such sulfur, some of the sulfur which is lost because of the formation of sedimentation or the sediment. If the sediment which contains iron, then which react with the sulfur which react with iron and which forms the iron sulfide, and this is the one method by which some of the sulfur which enter into abiotic system. After the death of plants and the animals, the body of plants and the animals which contain sulfur, the protein and the amino acid of the plants and the animals which contains sulfur. That's why after the death of plants and animals which is decomposed and which release inorganic sulfate into soil. This is the another method. So the dead body by the action of E. coli, by the action of anaerobic respiration of E. coli which releases hydrogen sulfide into air. Such hydrogen sulfide which is oxidized into sulfate by the bacteria green and purple photosynthetic bacteria. So this is another method by which the sulfur from dead body enter into our environment or abiotic system. The dead body or the dead body which may form the fossil. So the incomplete combustion of fossil which releases sulfur dioxide and such sulfur dioxide which released into air. This is the another method. So these are the different methods through which sulfur from plants and animals enter into abiotic system. So these are the different methods by which sulfur from plant and the animal bodies which released into abiotic system. The different methods by which sulfur from biotic system enter into abiotic system. So sulfur which present in different form. One is the elementary sulfur, the sulfate and the sulfide. So this is the sulfur cycle. Thank you for watching.